And Stoyle goes high for the opening jump, but Dacey controls. He'll hand it off to his point guard. That's Vilmont Robinson. He has the ball between the circles.
Want to keep your eye on Holman tonight. Only played 7 minutes on Sunday. Fought the flu a lot last week.
Moton missed the first shot. Dacey tries to save it. He does. Robinson with it in the backcourt. Moton gets a pick from Stoyle. Now it's Dacey with it between the circles. That's Robinson inside the lane. Missed it long. Looked for his own rebound. Dacey got it. Missed that. And Julian Person comes down with it.
It's going to take me a second to get used to the fact that Case was wearing red and the other team's wearing white and blue.
Right, with a little silver trim. Those are the Brandeis judges in those white uniforms. That's a turnaround from David Thompson, and Dacey with the rebound. Brandeis in the white, trimmed in silver and blue, and they look an awful lot like Case's normal home uniforms. This is Moton, dribble drive off the glass.
Uh-oh. Moton landed on that left ankle awkwardly, and that is the last thing you want to see for Brandeis. This gym just fell silent.
Moton gets help up from teammates Dacey and Bartoldas.
You know, give him credit for hobbling off the floor. He's clearly in some pain, and boy, you know, you don't know what you're going to be able to get from him the rest of the night. We don't know how bad that is, but if you're Case right now, how important, Ron, to get out to a big lead.
Next couple of minutes. Moton's still trying to walk it off behind the Brandeis bench. The trainer's going to take him into the locker room, so they'll leave the gym right now. Imagine they'll tape him up pretty good. This is Holman with the basketball. Last time we saw Jimmy, he was fighting the flu. He didn't play much on Sunday. He missed most of practice that week. Julian Person with the long miss. Here comes Robinson the other way. High screen from Dacey. Jimmy Holman with nice defense. He made Robinson hang longer than he wanted to.
Yeah, and he floated up a pretty ugly looking shot at the end of the day.
This is Holman from left to right.
I would say the flu is probably in his past, huh? Very nice athletic move. Going to the left side of the rim and using his right hand to lay it in.
I think he surprised Robinson with bringing it back to the right like that. Surprised me. This is Dacey with the basketball just outside the foul line. Bartoldas with a fadeaway. Missed it short. Thompson comes down with a rebound. Saw the young man dressed on that Case bench a moment ago in pink and light blue. It's Brian Clements trying to add to the flavor of throwback weekend. It's one of the Case key guys. He's hurt right now. This is Tim Chung with the basketball. 10 to shoot. Chung off to McLaughlin, and Dane McLaughlin from the right wing.
And McLaughlin, for a bigger guy, can certainly extend the floor with his jump shot. And you know, we pointed out at the top of the telecast here that we thought that McLaughlin would be spending some time tonight guarding Moton.
Nice feed from Dacey to a cutter. It's Bartoldas, and Ben lays it up and in. 4-4, 3 minutes gone in this opening half.
How about Chung with those high socks, huh?
They look good.
They do.
You know, the guys used to really grow out their sideburns for throwback weekend too. The old real thick ones that went down to almost a triangle base like Elvis used to have in the 70s.
Now, somebody over on the bench has some pretty slick back hair too. Can't quite tell who it is.
Well, David Thompson on the floor right now for Case, number 33, looks like he took extra special time fixing his hair tonight too. It has not moved yet. I think he's got a whole bottle of hairspray on it. There's a travel by Dacey, and look who's coming back into the game. There's Brian Clements on the bench there. He's wearing the pink top with the light blue pants.
Right, yeah, just a few guys down from him with his hand over his face. There's the hair slicked back. Well, while we mentioned David Thompson in a joking manner, let's at least give him credit for what he did this week. Capital One All-District Academic Team, so he will now advance to the All-American ballot.
Well deserved.
Absolutely, a 3.8 GPA for an accounting major here at Case.
Ben Bartolus tucked that away, took a couple steps like a running back and laid it up and in. He's got 4. His team's got 6, and this game is tied at 6. It's just, David Thompson, if you know him, you know how hard he's worked and where he started 4 years ago. It's just it's a nice honor for the young man who has the basketball right now, working against Dacey. This is Bartolus. Moton gets a screen from Dacey, pops up a 3, and it's good. Doesn't look like the ankle's bugging him.
Not right now. He kept his feet underneath him pretty well on that. And you certainly don't want to see anybody get hurt, but on the same side of things, that would have been a nice advantage that maybe Case could have played to.
That's Chung with a ball fake. Boy, he left Moton in the dust. Thompson finishes it with the dunk.
And you wonder if Moton did that on purpose or not.
Bartolus with a reverse layup.
That's twice up the floor. Beautiful move on the baseline.
He's a senior. We've seen a lot of him in the last 4 years. Good player, solid player for the judges. Brandeis with a 3-point lead. It's 11-8. That's Holman off the glass. Thompson with the tip.
Excellent hesitation move by Holman to get his defender rocking one way, and then he exploded by him. Very well done.
Lobbing to Dacey. McLaughlin with the defense. Thompson looks for the block. Missed it. Foul's going to go against David Thompson. That is his first.
Derek Gaudio with the foul call. Brad Cavey and Rob Walgate, the other 2 officials. 3 guys that we've seen an awful lot of throughout the course of this season.
So Dacey will be at the foul line. Yori Dacey, 62% free throw shooter. Off the bench for Case, Javi Alvarez will sub Jimmy Holman, and Connor Edel will replace David Thompson.
If you remember, folks, on Sunday, what a game from Julian Person. 30 points. He was unstoppable in the second half. Case really needs him offensively again in this one today.
Dacey makes 1 of 2. Dacey will head to the bench, and subbing in for him is Ishmael Kalilu. Kalilu from Windsor, Connecticut. This is Javi Alvarez for Case. Now it's Chung with Moton on him. McLaughlin back to Alvarez. Spartans down 2. 6 minutes gone in this opening half.
Pretty good little student section here tonight for the Case Spartans. Friday night on campus.
Had a nice crowd for the women's game before this, and more have come in now for the men's. Stepping out of bounds is Kalilu.
There's some pretty intense defense. Connor Arnold trying to get everybody riled up. A handful of seniors on this team. There are 6 in total for the Brandeis judges. And again, when you've only got 1 conference win on the season, it's the kind of thing that you can play with that kind of energy. You almost play like you've got nothing to lose.
Well, and definitely when you're on the road, you certainly want to play with a lot of energy early, because the last thing you want to do on the road is get down big early in the game. This is Person. Long 3, missed it short.
Brandeis and Case have met 40 times throughout the basketball history between these 2 schools, and Brandeis holds a slight 23-17 edge. But over the past 3 seasons, the host team has won 8 games in a row in the series. So hopefully that will continue here this evening.
Fouls on Javi Alvarez. That's his first. Brandeis with the basketball. They've got a fresh 35 and a 2-point lead. 6.5 minutes gone in this opening half. It's Moton with Person on him. It's Kalilu. Adele working against him. Going to bring it back out to Moton. They're going to swing it in front of the Case bench. It's Colby Smith with a crossover dribble. Finds a wide open teammate. 16-footer is missed, and Connor Edel comes down with it.
You aren't kidding. Connor Arnold had 10 feet between him and the next closest defender.
Alvarez with Smith on him. The Case bench wants the hand check. Chung with a screen. Adele rolls. Feed back to Connor. Lays it up, but he pushed off to begin with. And I think they're going to call a blocking foul. But that could have easily gone with a push off by Connor Adele, but Connor Arnold will get the foul.
I actually thought it was a little bit of a flop, too. He really didn't hit him very hard. But nonetheless, Case will get a couple of free throws out of it.
It's good for Case. There's the 6'9" junior out of Revere High School at the foul line. Biomedical engineering major here at Case. Connor's a great free throw shooter, 92% on the season. Game's tied at 12. Real early here. Great night to be inside watching college basketball. This ought to be a good one. Two teams evenly matched. Kalelu inside, he missed it. Adele down with a rebound.
Well, so far, these teams identical on the floor, shooting 5 of 11 each.
Chung! Timmy Chung off a screen, straight up in the air, and knocked down the three.
Case going to get it back after the illegal screen, and he's starting to feel some of that energy going Case's way. The student section on your screen there starting to really come to life. Everybody on their feet over there.
Now it's throwback weekend, so I guess a couple of the guys have flannel shirts on. Maybe that qualifies. The one guy had a Denver Nuggets jersey on, but that was not a throwback jersey. That's the current Nugget look.
And a couple of Philadelphia 76ers jerseys. Now those are throwbacks.
Yeah, those look Julius Erving. Wasn't he number 6?
I believe so. Yep.
On cue, he turned around for us and showed us his back. Chung for 3. How about that? 2 in a row.
Timmy hits another one.
The senior from Cypress, California, leads the team. That is his 50th 3 on the season. Ball's loose. Brandeis controls. 3 missed. Thompson couldn't get it. The judges keep it.
Gotta be careful to wipe up the floor next time down, probably.
Boy, another long 3 from Ritos.
Yeah, somebody slipped pretty hard in the paint there.
This is Person working against Moton. Julian's got the length, lays it up and in.
I wonder if Moton is actually in more pain than he's letting on. He doesn't look as explosive as I expected. After that early fall and twisted ankle, he came out of the game, checked back in pretty quickly thereafter.
You can see the bulkiness of his right ankle underneath his sock.
He's almost hesitating a little bit. So maybe it's bothering him more than we think.
Alvarez gets beat baseline. Shots missed, and Thompson comes down with a rebound.
That's going to be a fun matchup to watch, huh? Yuri Dacey and David Thompson going at it. A couple of big guys that like to play close to the rim.
Javi, soft left-hander, missed it, got his rebound, then it was blocked out of bounds by the leading shot blocker for Brandeis. That's Alex Stoyle. That's his 22nd block. More fans trickling in here. Alvarez in person will check out. Spencer Boyd and Connor Adele, along with Tim Chung, Jimmy Holman, and David Thompson now in the game for Case.
Well, how about this little 10-0 run by Case over the last almost 4 full minutes.
Largest lead of the night, it's 20-12. Good feed inside. Thompson with a ball fake left, brings it back right. And here comes Brandeis the other way.
It was a good move. It almost looked like his leg gave out underneath him.
Thompson, yeah, it looked like it collapsed. That's Moton. Rolls, Thompson.
That's about as blatant goaltending as you're ever going to see.
I didn't see it. Did you see it?
Stick your hand all the way through the net and up through the rim to poke it out.
Really?
What game are you watching?
This is Holman. He'll bring it up for Case. A sophomore. Lots of playing time a year ago as a freshman. Jimmy steps up from 18. Missed it short. Thompson fighting for it. Up and over the back. of Stoyle. Foul's going to go against Connor Adell, actually. That was Adell, not Thompson, that went up for that rebound. It's Adell's first. Six players have scored so far for Case.
Well, and the balance has definitely helped them, but Tim Chung leading the way with those couple of three-point shots that sort of served as a catalyst for that lead. Moton looking for a low ball screen. He's just standing there on the block. He hasn't been freed up.
This is Robinson being chased by Adell and Chung. They're going to rotate it. Bartoldas with a three, missed it short. And that rebound, that offensive rebound has hurt Case.
Yeah.
Dacey with his third point.
A fortunate carom right off the rim. It fell right into his lap.
Brandeis on a mini 4-0 run. Case was up 8. The lead has been cut to 4. This is Chung in front of that Brandeis bench. Tim Chung rolled around, wouldn't go. Stoyle fights for it, gets it off to Robinson. Robinson runs the floor with Moton, kicks it to Moton, ball fake. Good defense by Case. That's Stoyle, step backs for a three, and he hits it. Boy, how about that? Alex Stoyle from 6'7" senior, step back and drops a three.
Well, this Brandeis team showing a early willingness to shoot the three. They only do it at a 37% clip on average, but Stoyle on the year has knocked down now 17 shots from distance.
Judges have drawn within 1. Holman back to Thompson. Thompson missed it, thought he was going to get hit, didn't. Jimmy Holman brings it back out, and we got a whistle away from the ball. It's a shot clock talk. They're talking about should the shot clock be reset.
Well, they're doing some subtraction. He said it was 9:08 when they started. Since it never hit the rim, quick subtraction, they're going to put 6 seconds up on that shot clock. Or rather, take 6 seconds off of the shot clock.
So it'll go from 35 to 29. Chung's going to take a seat. Connor Adell will also get a rest. Tim Chung's hit 2 threes. Adell has 2 points. Julian Person back in the game along with Dane McLaughlin for Case. So it's Boyd, Holman, Thompson, McLaughlin, and Julian Person on the floor for Case.
I was thinking as I said it that when they said this possession started at 9:08, they took 6 seconds off of the shot clock.
Off
and
of
I thought
the reset shot clock.
Yeah, and I didn't think that made sense. I thought there should be 6 seconds on the clock, and that's what they've done. We just gave a quick explanation to the stat official. So it will be 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Thompson's got it, left elbow. Banging inside, ball fake left, goes right and lays it up and in.
He got lucky he didn't get called for a travel there. I think his 2 feet came down separately of each other as he started to spin into that motion.
David very efficient with those 6 seconds. There weren't many left when he put that shot up. This is Robinson with the basketball. Stoyle over to Moton. 10 seconds to shoot. Boy, the Red Sea parted for Vilmont Robinson, or actually he passed it into Yuri Dacey. And Dacey looked like he was paddling for his life in a pool because he just couldn't get to the basketball. This is Boyd with it for Case. Person steps back, missed it. Bartoldas with the rebound. Down to Moton. Here comes the Brandeis judges. Moton gets a screen, puts up a three, missed it short. Thompson with the rebound. Holman draws the defense. Ball was kicked out of bounds, but stopped by the official inadvertently. And Bartoldas goes down and lays it up and in. Well, that was a bad break for Case.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that's just part of the game. Those things happen, and you got to fight through them. The judges pull within 1. They haven't led in about 7 minutes.
Judges on a 9-2 spread right now. Case was up 8 at 20-12. Thompson with a high screen. Boyd to McLaughlin into Thompson now. David in the key. Right-handed hook, missed it long, too strong.
Case very clearly likes that matchup against Dacey, but so far, I think Dacey's probably winning.
Fouls on Dacey.
Thompson, the last couple of ball games, hasn't quite been himself. And obviously having a career year, and I'm not trying to take anything away from him. I mean, he's averaging 16 points and 10 rebounds a game. Anybody who's averaging a double-double is obviously doing something well, and he's done that well for a long time now, shooting 59% from the floor. But I think he would even tell you that coming off that game against Chicago last Sunday, just not one of his better overall performances.
I just wonder if, his foul trouble that he's had, I just wonder if it mentally messes with him a little bit and he plays a little less David Thompson-like than
some
he
guys are
normally
like
would.
that, and I can see where you might draw that conclusion. So, it's something that if it does affect him, he's got to figure out a way to control it.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't let that affect you.
The last thing you want to do is let yourself be your own worst enemy.
This is Robinson looking for Moton, and he finds him between the circles. Bartolis to Stoyle. Moton with Boyd on him. Now they're going to work it inside. Bartolis with a reverse layup, and he stepped out of bounds, stepped on the baseline as he was going up to reverse lay that in. They're having a hard time guarding Bartolis.
They certainly are. It's his sneakiness along that baseline. A couple of times he's sort of just snuck by his defender and come around. I don't know. I didn't quite think he was out of bounds with the basketball. That was my only concern there.
I got blocked by an official coming across my line of sight, so Julian Person inside. Missed it long. Thompson with a tip. Here comes Robinson the other way. Kalilu. Ishmael Kalilu with his first basket of the night. Game's tied at 23. Alvarez into Thompson, working that matchup that Brendan pointed out that Case seems to like. Turnover for the Spartans. Brandeis with a chance to take the lead. Brendan, when was the last time the Judges had the lead?
It's about the 14-25 mark in the first half. They led 12-10. And this is their first tie since then, other than the 12-12.
Person against Stoyle, missed it. Julian left it short.
Another miss at the rim. That was Case's demise on Sunday as well.
That is a beautiful setup by Javi Alvarez. That was textbook how you take a charge.
Not only were his feet set, but the offensive player threw the forearm into him. That was an easy call. Very easy call for Rob Walgate. We're getting close toward halftime here. This first half has been played with such good energy, it's almost easy to forget about the clock a little bit.
Connor Arnold back in along with Tim Reel. Tim Reel in the game for the first time for Brandeis. He's out of Mason, Ohio. This is McLaughlin, laid it up and in.
Well, we talked about wanting to keep our eye on Gabe Moton. He's 7 points in his fairly limited time on the floor, a rebound and an assist for a guy who statistically is the best player on the Judges team.
Connor Adell couldn't quite reach the shot by Connor Arnold.
But I'll tell you what, the guy who has been playing off of Moton, Ben Bartolis, the two of them have formed a pretty nice duo. And another one that just sits on the rim.
Down the floor quickly, Julian Person almost stole it. Almost ended up in Sean McDonough's lap. Inbounding it will be Tim Reel, standing right in front of Brendan and I.
I'm just going to say, you got to be alert over here when balls go flying out of bounds.
You're younger, obviously quicker. I will rely on you.
I'll have to tell you the story off the air then of the time that I was sitting in a seat just like this and was the victim of being leapt over the table against. It was not fun.
Julian Person with a nice block. Game's tied, 3:35 left to play opening half. This is Holman. Connor Adell rolls off that pick, misses it short. Quickly down the floor, it's Real. Out of control inside, and he's going to draw a foul.
I don't blame him for wanting to drive, but I thought Connor Adell played pretty good defense there. Might have hit him just a little bit on the forearm.
Second foul for Connor Adell.
Well, that's the first lead for Brandeis now in 11 minutes and change. Very back and forth ball game.
Made them both.
Brandeis with only one conference win on the season. And that came 2 games ago against Rochester, who is really struggling this season. Rochester 7-9, they've only won 1 conference game as well.
Thompson with a back cut feed to Dane McLaughlin along the baseline, and Dane draws the foul.
Building off that, I'm a little surprised just by watching the way the judges have played here today. I'm a little surprised they've only won 1 game because they're a pretty athletic group. They get good shots, they get good looks at the rim, they play good defense. This is proving to be a good challenging game for the Spartans.
They lost at home, Brandeis did, to Emory a week ago by 6. The win that Brendan talked about against Rochester. Then the 3 previous losses to start the conference season were all on the road. Lost by 6 at NYU, lost by 10 at WashU, and lost by 10 at Chicago. So they've lost, but to lose only by 10 at WashU, that's a good loss. That's a good loss.
Yep. Well, and at the same token, I mean, Case's loss to WashU was 13. It was here at home, and you said, I believe last Sunday, you told me that kind of the free throws toward the end helped WashU pull away a little bit. Now, once again, there's Dacey going to work on Thompson, and on that side of the floor getting the better of him. Now we'll see if Case tries to get it back to Thompson in the high post or in the low post. He's been the recipient of a screen and roll a lot.
Back and forth. The game goes. Thompson handing it off to Holman. Holman trying to get it back to David after that screen and roll. Holman will inbound it for Case, and Julian Person tried to come around a screen and holding him and drawing the foul is
I didn't quite hear who got that foul, did you?
Tim Reale.
Okay. I knew it was a team 6th, but I didn't hear individually who was hit with it.
I took my headsets off to try to hear too because I wasn't certain myself.
There was a good shot there just a second ago of Brian Meehan, the head coach. 18 years in the Brandeis program.
Moton with a ball fake. Over the outstretched arm of David Thompson.
Well, he used that right ankle there to push off and go into the air and looked pretty strong, so maybe he is getting a little stronger as the game goes on after rolling that ankle in the opening minute.
Foul's on Dacey. It is his second.
And he'll have a seat.
Case is in the bonus. 17 fouls for Brandeis. This is Tim Chung. He's at the free throw line. Tim Chung has 7 points. Case is within 3. And if you're wondering why Case is in the red and Brandeis is in home whites, it's because it's throwback weekend here at Horsburgh Gymnasium. And Case is honoring the Western Reserve Red Cats. Western Reserve, of course, merged with the Case Institute of Technology to form Case Western Reserve. I thought Sean was checking into the game there on that possession. Sean McDonald was actually about 5 feet out on the floor.
He's not wearing red. He's just got the red tie on.
And
he might have been able to blend in if he was in home whites today.
There's Sean. We got to get him some tennis shoes too, because he's wearing his black dress shoes tonight.
Yeah.
He is definitely one of the more animated coaches in this UAA. This is Chung with a ball fake. You see him there in the bottom of your screen. Working against Moton. Boy, he traveled like 3 times. Bartolus the other way. Stolen by Person. Case on the break. Beautiful spin dribble. Julian lost control. Still lost control. Chung's going to pick it up. Case is going to bring it back out. They've got 25 seconds to shoot, 52 on the shot clock, so it's about a 27-second differential. This is Person with a ball fake. Step back, 3 in the air, missed it long. And here comes Moton the other way. Moton gets a high screen, going to bring it out between the circles.
They got about an 8-second difference now. And it certainly looks like Brandeis is going to use most of that shot clock.
Stoyle looking for somebody. Bartolus. Kalilu. He missed it, and Chung got the rebound. Tim trying not to get tied up in the backcourt. 12 seconds. 10 seconds left in the half. Spartans down 2. We're at 6 seconds. This is Holman. 4 seconds. Chung off a high screen, 3 in the air. Missed it, and that's the half. Boy, they had a great look.
Yep, it was right on. Went up, kept his feet underneath him. Good soft touch on the way up, but just quite couldn't put it in.